Good morning. No one's awake yet. So I'm trying to see if I could get a head start on breakfast. Usually I don't, and what ends up happening is I have screaming children. That was our dehumidifier that you heard humming. I think it's vital to have, especially when the temperatures outside drop. You get a lot, I don't know if you can see on that window, there's a lot of condensation there. And if you get too much of that going on inside your rig, you're going to start getting mold. So as soon as we started seeing a lot of that, I asked on one of the, it's called Full Time RVing Families. It's a Facebook group. I asked them, hey, you know, like my towels weren't getting dry. It was just staying moist all the time in our trailer. So I asked about that, and they all said get a dehumidifier. So we got one, and it's made a huge difference. I'm sure you saw that it was really dark, and then you saw more light. I was taking down every night. We put up just sheets literally over our windows, just to sort of try to keep the heat inside overnight. Right now the outside temperature is like 29 degrees, so we found that putting sheets over the top of there have really reduced the entrance of cold air coming inside. I don't know. Is it really helpful? Probably. Maybe. I think so. Anyway, just getting started with breakfast. This is kind of a typical morning, except pretend that there's more kids running around. They'll probably be up soon. It's already pretty late, but we go to bed late. So today is the Sunday before Christmas, so we just have a few days left. That's all we're doing for Christmas. We just put up those little lights. We don't really have room for a tree. I mean, I guess we could get a really teeny tiny tree and put it somewhere, but we didn't. And we were thinking about maybe getting a live tree and putting it outside, but we didn't do that either because we were just in Florida for, I don't know, 10 days. So I was like, should we spend like however much money on a tree if we're going to be gone that long and then we come back? I don't know. We just didn't do it. We'll see what happens next year. But we did put out those little lights. We still have another pack of lights. I don't know. Maybe we'll put them outside too to add just a little bit more Christmas cheer. For those of us that watch our channel, you guys know that we our blinds are broken and we still haven't fixed them. So yet another reason to put those covers up, so at night we do get a little bit of privacy, because otherwise everyone in the campground can see us. Anyway, typical breakfast is some sort of breakfast meat and a depends, bagel or oatmeal. So I'm gonna get that going on our little stove, but first I'm going to put away our dishes. Oh, almost set the camera there. When we were in Florida, we actually went into our old house and picked up some of the things that we had left there. So we came back with more stuff, of course. This should be our last trip down there though, as far as getting things. So I think we're set now. I don't think we're going to be getting any more stuff. We have like 2 totes that I need to really go through and find a place to put those items. Speaking of which, I just washed these and now I don't know where they're going to go. I'm going to leave them on the counter for now until I can find a better home for them. I think I got a cold or something. I don't know. It was 80 degrees in Florida and come here it's like 40 something. So maybe the change there. And I was also away from our cats and for 10 days, so that might be a contributing factor as well. Even though we've organized pretty much everything in our trailer, I have to go back and do more every time. Like, it's like a constant struggle to keep everything in its place, or forget one new thing. Everything has to be arranged to fit that one new item. And my aunt was like, oh, you know, if you're moving into that tiny little place, you're really gonna have to stay on top of that, Jessica. You need to stay on top of that organization. It's like she knew. And she doesn't even live in a small place. But I'm usually not really big on, I'm not a big organizer, or, I mean, we've been in this for 3 months and I haven't really decorated or anything. That just isn't really my thing. It's really hard for me. I'd rather go for a hike than spend a bunch of time making my home pretty. I know that's probably bad. I'd rather go hiking and eat out too than stay home and make dinner or something. I'm working on it, kinda. I don't know. Anyway, the thing that cracked me up is when I went to Florida, I was in my parents' home. And I keep saying I because Robert was here in Georgia, so it really was me and the children were with me. But my parents have this ginormous home. Like, as in they kept losing each other every time they walked into the room that I was in. They were like, where's your father? Where's your mother? Like, are they? I don't even know, like, when the other one has left the house. It's so big, it's crazy. But anyway, they have this ginormous house, and this is they have the same exact little IKEA dish strainer that I have. I thought that was so funny. I was like, what? How's that possible? I think this is clean. I'm going to show you where we keep our pots and pans, because it's a disaster. Before, when I showed the organizational video, I was like, yeah, we need to definitely do something about this top shelf, because, you know, it's such a disaster. Yeah, I should probably watch this video just so I could see, like, what's in there. It's that ridiculous. Anyway, that's our pots and pan situation. I need to find a good solution for not only storing them in there, but storing them in some sort of organized fashion. It's just, oh, and here's something. It might be the firstborn. I might have some company here in a minute. Yeah, there's our, I don't know, I hope you can see. I just realized that I don't have any lights on. Let me turn some on, especially if the kids are starting to wake up. I don't know if this makes any real difference. Popcorn Daniel. Daniel's saying popcorn Daniel. Anyway, so that's where we were storing all of our cutlery and things, and measuring cups, and there's like more space way back there. I'm sure you can't see, but there's like a little mini humidor, and our dryer sheets are back there. And then way down there is where we keep our cleaning products. Right, Desi? And that's where we keep our dog. Oh, yeah. And this is where we keep our plates and cups and things, which, you know, look at all that wasted space up at the top. I gotta find a way to divide the shelf. So if I can find a way to divide the shelf, I think it'll be good. I was watching Spot the Scots. They just moved into their 5th wheel, and they have like an insane amount of storage, but they were saying even that insane storage is awkward. Like it's a huge tall cabinet, it's great, but you're only using a certain amount, so you have to figure out how to use that space. Or it's really deep, so you have to keep like the things that you need close to the front, but then you end up forgetting about the stuff way in the back. I don't know. We're sort of running into that now, where sometimes I'm like, where did I put that? And I don't have, I mean, there's not that much. There's only a few places things could be, but sometimes, like I lost my coat, my huge winter coat. I don't know where it is. What are they doing? I got distracted. Breakfast. Let me put you back down here. Oh no, my sausage fell out of its little... It fell out of its thing just now. Jeez. I'm gonna use the world's cutest, tiniest little cutting board for that. So I know some people are probably curious how to use such a teeny tiny little kitchen space. I know, actually I was. Over I moved in, I was like, how am I gonna, not gonna make these elaborate meals and just make things that so we don't starve, but how am I gonna do it? Well, here's our sink, and we've got this little, comes with this cover. But you can put the cover over the sink. And there you go, you have like a whole counter space there. So now I can move all of this stuff here, right? Use my little tiny cutting board, which is all I really need. And that's it. And then I put my cooking surface. So it's really not bad. And the more you use it and get used to it, the easier it definitely gets. When it's covered like this, sometimes you're like, oh, I gotta wash my hands. I just run to the bathroom and wash my hands real quick, and that's all. There are some models, some of the smaller trailers, I think, I don't know, there might be some this size too, they only have the one sink like out in the kitchen. And I remember thinking like, oh, well, that's efficient. And it is, but then you run into this problem, like when you cover that up, then if you have to wash your hands. I mean, I don't know, you adjust whatever you have available, right? So I like our setup right now. And I still use my oven. I mean, I cook with it, but I also use it for storing things to dry, just like my mama taught me. I also bake in it, cookies and stuff, and that's actually where the the bagels get toasted. Of course, when that happens, then I have to empty it out. I need most of this stuff anyway that I store in there to cook. I mean, these are our main things for here. We just have a few more items that we use, but for the most part, this is all I need. So I make both sausage and bacon because Daniel does not like bacon. So I make him sausage. Nadia and I. You like bacon? Oh, he's saying he likes bacon, but you never eat it.
No, I sometimes do.
Okay, excuse me. He does like bacon, and he does sometimes eat it. I've just never seen it, really. It's funny, another weird thing when I was in Florida at my mom's, sorry. When I was in Florida at my mom's, they have electric stove. And I haven't cooked on electric in 2 months, so I totally forgot what that's like. So it either took me like a half hour to make something that would take like 10 minutes, or I would burn it. So it's definitely a learning experience. Get bacon all over my shirt or hoodie, whatever this is called. I'm always cold, so I always wear like 50 layers, even though in here it's like 65, but I still have to put my pajamas on and then a little hoodie on top and thick wool socks. My feet are cold, I'm done. I will not recover until those feet are warm. So I have to make sure they're okay. And if they overheat, then they get really hot. So I have to watch those. Anyway, sausage is done. Bagels are cooking. Bacon's cooking. So we'll probably be eating here in just a few, or at least I will be. I don't know. Daniel claims to not be hungry and Nadia's still asleep. So I think that wraps it up for today. If you have any questions about anything, just let me know. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, to like this video if you liked it, give it a thumbs up, comment and share with your family and friends, and check out some of our other videos. We do a lot on, since we've started full timing in an RV, we do those, and then we also have videos of some of the things that we do while we're there. So we do hiking and go to local events and things like that. So check those out, and yeah, have a great one. Oh, and Merry Christmas.